This is like an ESPN producer's dream, an anecdote mixing sports and the often obscure work done in a studio to produce sports. So, I'm Mark Stewart. I'm here following the Manchester Road Race. I'm feeling pretty good as I'm back to edit the last video. I completed the race in about an hour. Looks like a little more than an hour. And here's the Phileas Fogg moment. I'll get to who Phileas Fogg is. Remember this. I am completing the last 400 yards, seeing a clock that shows I have a chance of getting in less than 1 hour. It showed 59:29 when it was revealed to me, and I turn on the jets to what I think is the finish line. It's never clear where that line and where that timer is. So it was close. And when I turn around after a few steps and see another clock, it's showing 1:00:05. Probably a 5-second defeat. All right, so I'm a happy guy anyway. I have my feet still attached to my limbs. I have my, I've never used the EMT along the way. I'm feeling good enough, but disappointed. And now the Phileas Fogg moment. This is the lead character in Jules Verne's Around the World in 80 Days, published in 1873, where getting around the world didn't take just 9 hours of flight. That was at best 100, maybe 90, and Phileas Fogg, the prim, proper Londoner, was attempting to do it for the first time in under 80 days. Now, I will spoil it, so I'm going to hold up my hand for those who'd like to read Jules Verne and not hear the ending. While the hand is up, I'm talking about the end, okay? Turn it off now. Here we go. After doing an awful lot of spending money to get the fastest transportation after having been imprisoned wrongfully, Phileas Fogg is finally on the verge of reaching London just in time on the day he's due. He gets out of the false imprisonment, bribes a train conductor to go extremely fast, finally reaches London, and the clock is showing a mere 5 minutes. Too late. He has lost the wager, £20,000, which back then was worth like $1 million. So he goes back to his apartment. He actually makes plans for getting married the next day. He had met an Indian woman, actually rescued her from sati, the process of burning widows, supposedly so they could be with their husbands. Awful practice. It was done, and it was the English who pretty much put a stop to that in India. So he's about to get arrangements. He asks his manservant to go to the church to make arrangements. And lo and behold, it's a day early. He had covered it in 79 days, not 80, and didn't even realize it. Meticulous Phileas Fogg, looking at his clock all the time for timetables and the amounts and the speeds. How could he have missed it? He traveled from London from west to east. Every time moving a little bit ahead on the clock. And by the time a full revolution on the Earth had taken place by his traveling team, he had gained a whole day. When he crossed what is now known as the international date line, there was no sign, there was no internet saying, you're into a new day now. And so he actually had enough time to realize his mistake, get all dressed, and get a carriage right to the they called it the Reform Club, meet his whist buddies who had made the wager, and just on time announces, gentlemen, I am here. Wins the wager. My moment. What I think is late, it's not. 1 hour had passed since the starting gun. But remember, I'm in the middle of this pack that could only walk and slightly jog to the starting line. By the time I hit the starting line, 5 minutes had passed. So my time is in an hour. Probably about 55 minutes. We'll see the results tomorrow. So thanks for sharing this moment. Thank everyone who shared some high fives along the way, gave some support, cheered on the Whalers. Yes, they're coming back. And I look forward to seeing you all next year.